It's Fat Vegan again, everyone. And yes, my name means that I am a whole food, plant-based guy. I am not one of those hardcore vegans that is like, oh, it's all about the animals and I do believe that we need to be highly considerate of how animals feel, how we treat them. I do believe that the one God gave us the right to consume animal flesh. I personally try to stay away from it. If someone's serving fish at a weekend dinner, if I had a small piece. Okay, see my nose? Okay, I don't have a giant face, like less than an ounce, maybe an ounce and a half. A small, like not even a full serving size, just to be polite. And quite honestly, I still like salmon. I that's the one thing I miss. Like I don't miss fish. I don't miss beef. I don't miss the steak. And I've got pictures of me with 3-pound steaks and like just stupid stuff, just stupid. And I was huge. But the reality is that, a whole food plant-based diet is the healthiest thing out there. Okay, so that being said, just because I know people, if you actually go back and look at my videos, and I hope my kids actually one day see this is really why I even put this out here, is I hope one day my kids wake the hell up, pull their head out of their ass, and realize that, oh, maybe Dad's way of doing things was a little bit better. So, and then they'll have some reference. But really, the whole food plant-based diet is the healthiest diet for the human condition, because we're here temporarily. This is what's it called? The word is corporeal body. I think that's the right word. And take care of it while you got it. And the best way to do that, when you're seeing pictures of people in the islands who consume mostly sweet potatoes, a little bit of fish, and they're in a little bit of a cleaner environment, though by now everything's contaminated. So they live like 80, 90 years old, and they look like they're 15-year-old, like ripped, just bam. They'd kick my ass. Excuse me for cussing, but oh my gosh, they would beat me in the ground. But they've taken care of their body their entire lives. So yeah, that whole food plant-based thing has been proven out. There's no question. The keto thing, by the keto whatever group, they were the largest. I don't know if they still are, because when they were doing it, they were all together because they were going to do a whole keto study, and that they had to stop that due to ethics, because I think they'd done a full year, they were into year 2, and people started having heart attacks, so they had to kill that idea. Anyways, so why am I really here? Because people need to wake the hell up. They are living under a criminal organization. It's the same thing as living under the Gestapo. 1930s Germany. We are in the exact same situation. They're already murdering people with their lies, and we all know what I'm talking about. This will probably get taken down just for the fact that I pointed out the government's a bunch of criminals. Because, heaven forbid you should talk about that. Actually, that's right. Let me tell you right now, Homeland Security, I fucking know what you put out. I don't care that people see this and go, oh my gosh, the government could be bad? Yeah, that's right. The government is a bunch of criminals. If you learn, history, you take the time to pull your head out of your ass and actually smell the air around you. Then you know when you smell shit instead of your own all the time. Again, sorry, I don't want to cuss, but people. Think about it. The US dollar. What is the US dollar? Someone define the US dollar. Because I'm telling you right now, there's not a single person in our government that can actually give a real definition of what a US dollar is, other than a fiat note owned by the Federal Reserve. So you don't own it. You got 100 billion US dollars? Well, guess what? You don't own a single one. They all belong to the Federal Reserve. They are clearly noted. Every single one says Federal Reserve note, which means it belongs to the Federal Reserve and it's a debt of the Federal Reserve. And who owes for the Federal Reserve? Well, the taxpayers owe and are liable for anything the Federal Reserve owes. But who gets paid for anything that Federal Reserve does or benefits from? Not the taxpayers. So, anyways, just think about the U.S. dollar. I just explained to you everything it was, is, whatever. But it has no other. It's owned by the Federal Reserve. It is a debt of the Federal Reserve. But what is it? Well, it's a wishful hope and a dream. That's what it is. That's what it really is. So it's owned by the Federal Reserve, but it's nothing. But it really is nothing. Some of it's paper, some of it's digital, so yeah. But oil, gas, is a byproduct of oil. Gold, silver, platinum, palladium, rhodium, uranium, wood, steel, copper, even plastic, which is a byproduct of oil, glass, which is a byproduct of sand, concrete, which has sand, gravel, labor, hours, chemicals, which you can actually make from natural chemicals that appear in natural formations, like the Romans did. So there's all these things that is clearly part of and very capable of defining things. These are all things that we can define as real and tangible. The U.S. dollar is none of those. Yet you still go to work for it. Yet you still, those who are in charge still are happily murdering their compatriots in this country. For what? The fourth turning is coming, and if you don't know what I'm talking about, you need to wake up. Peace is always better. Peace is always better. But read what the founding fathers left for us. And I fear for my children, for what's coming. And it is our government that keeps pushing us in that direction instead of backing down and telling everyone the honest truth. Yeah, which means a lot of them are going to be running. So I don't see that happening. I see them manipulating useful idiots with guns to try to kill innocent civilians. Look at Canada. Look at Canada. They are a prime example of doing exactly what I knew they would do. They're going to attack not civilians, because they don't own those people. Civilians mean you're implying that you own them. No, you don't. They have the right to exist outside of your control, government. Anyways, I think I've rambled on enough. We all can see the truth that's right in front of our faces if we pull our head out of our hindquarters.